Right, hey guys. Sorry if you hear some traffic noise. I'm by a loud road here. Let's see if I can get this all set up. Okay, so welcome to Virtual Athletic Yoga. My name's Stephanie Johnson, and thanks for supporting Balance and coming to supporting this class for virtual yoga and starting off your week as great as you can. This class, we're going to hopefully have you sweat. You should feel pretty good afterward, and if you have any questions, of course, let me know later. Remember, you can always do a watch party with your friends, and also remember to subscribe to Balance Live to receive notifications about all of these live classes. Again, my name's Stephanie, and I've been going to Balance for almost 3 years. Balance Thomas Circle is my gym, and I've been teaching yoga there since April of 2019, though I've been teaching yoga for a very long time. The goal today, again, is to make you sweat, just going through a series of vinyasas, standing poses, hip openers. We're going to do some ab work as well. A little bit more about me. I became a yoga instructor years ago. In 2007 is when I actually started my training, and started way before that. I'm a chiropractor in my day job, so I'm all about the body and how it moves well. Okay, so in terms of equipment for today, if you have a block and a strap, those can be helpful. Instead of a block, you can also use a book or a shoe or anything that really takes up space when you aren't able to reach the floor where you want to, and therefore you don't have to reach as much. Instead of a strap, you can use a belt or a scarf or a resistance band. Okay, and I don't have a playlist for you made just yet, but in future classes, because I'll be teaching every Monday from 7:45 to 8:45, I'm going to work on having that available for you. So if you want to have some music of your own in the background, you can go ahead and get that playing. We can't play ourselves just due to licensing rates with that, okay? So just as you know, everything I'm doing here, if at any moment you're feeling too tired or something's not feeling right, just take a moment to step back. You can move into a child's pose or anything that you need to at the time. And remember, yoga really is all about listening to your body, regardless of the type of yoga that you're doing. And so your body is first and foremost. The movement I'm giving you is movement to help facilitate you through your day and to facilitate you through your morning exercise. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get started. Welcome to my yoga space. Created this last week. My bed used to be here, but I got restless, as I think a lot of us did, and now it's in the corner. And now I just do yoga all day, every day. So, coming to your mat, let's go ahead and start by interlacing our fingers. We're going to wake up our shoulders. You're going to reach those arms down and up. Reach the shoulders by the ears. Relax the shoulders down, and go ahead and cross that right foot over the left and stretch over to that left side. So you should feel nice stretch along the ribs here. Make sure you're not leaning forward yet, that you're very lateral. Spending some time warming up here first and with a cool down later so our body isn't too mad at us later in the day. Go ahead and turn the body now facing towards the ground, feeling that stretch and migrate to the upper back, coming back to the side, all the way up. Let go of those hands, uncrossing the feet. Now interlace your fingers the other way, the way that feels strange. Arms down and up, shoulders first by the ears, and then relax the shoulders away. Go ahead and cross that left foot over the right, and now stretch over to that right side. Again, feeling that stretch through the ribs. And now turn the body facing towards the ground. Stretch migrates to the upper back. Coming over to the side, and now all the way back up. Let go of the hands, uncrossing the feet. That warm up right there is something I love doing first thing in the morning, or if I'm really cold, it gets the blood moving quickly. Let's go ahead and bend our knees next. You're going to interlace your fingers behind you. You're going to bend your knees, and you're going to rest your chest on your thighs, and you're going to try to let those arms drape overhead, and try to let go of the neck. Take a nice deep breath in here. And exhale. We're keeping the knees bent because our hamstrings are like tight guitar strings. I'm sure everyone can agree with me at this point. Let's go ahead and let go of those arms. And then hold on to the elbows, nod the head yes, and shake the head no. Let's go ahead and let go of the elbows. And from here, go ahead and bend the knees and roll yourself all the way down until you're seated. And let's go ahead and sit with that right leg crossed in front of the left. And we're going to hold on to the knees and wake up the spine. So holding on to the knees, you're first going to slouch back, flexing the spine, chin to the chest. Should feel like a good stretch. And then coming up, wrists against the knees, elbows straight, gaze up, breathing in. And then exhale, slouching, chin to the chest, leaning back. And breathing in, pressing those wrists into the knees, elbows straight as you open up the chest. Then sitting up nice and tall. Go ahead and bring the chin to the chest, roll the head to the right, nice full circle. Staring straight ahead here. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Right foot in front of the left. And again, hold on to those knees, wake up the spine a little bit more, chin to the chest, leaning back. And breathing in, wrists against the knees, gazing up. And then exhale again, chin to the chest, leaning back. And breathing in, pressing those wrists into the knees, gaze up. And then sit up nice and tall here. Bring the chin to the chest, roll the head to the left, slow circle. What is your neck telling you today? Basically, does it hurt on one side? Is it loose on the other? Every day is different, right? Let's go ahead and roll onto all fours. We're going to have the hands directly under the shoulders. We're going to move into our cat-cow here. So first moving into your cat, press through the palms to round the back. Tuck the tail under and tuck the chin. And then tilt the tailbone up, gazing up, moving into your cow. Breathing in. And then exhale, tilting that tailbone under. Press through the ground to round the spine. Tuck the head, breathing out. And breathing in, tilting that tailbone up, gaze up. And then one more time, tilt that tailbone down, press through the hands, head drops, tail drops. Breathing in, tailbone up, and gaze up. And then move yourself into a flat tabletop back here. Where the next exercise is called a bird dog, and this is great for stability of the back and an excellent exercise if you've ever injured your back for rehab. It's very simple but very effective, and it's where you reach the one arm out and the opposite leg out. And the idea is you try not to skew too much. Sometimes I end up doing that, but the goal is not, so do as I do, not necessarily as you might see. Once here, go ahead and reach those fingers and toes long like you're trying to touch opposite sides of the room, and you'll feel your whole body lengthen. This will help emphasize the effectiveness of the pose, and as you exhale, go ahead and bring that knee and elbow together, or try to touch your head to the knee. Breathing in, stretch long, and exhale. And twice more, stretch, and in. And again, stretch, and in. Back to all fours. Let's go ahead and stretch that left arm out, right leg out. And then stretch those fingers and toes long, giving yourself another inch or so in length. And exhale everything in. Breathing in, stretch. And exhale. And again. And last time. Back to all fours. From here, let's go ahead and tuck those toes under. Pick up the knees, and let's go ahead and push ourselves into a downward facing dog. We're going to go ahead and rise up onto the toes, reaching the heels down. And again, rising up, reaching the heels down and pedaling out the feet. And then go ahead and reach those heels down towards the mat. Here you want to feel equal weight in your right and left hands. As you reach those heels down, push the mat away from you as you reach those hips up towards the sky. And let's go ahead and roll into a plank. And from here, wake up those wrists. Just rock forward and back. side to side. Move yourself in a circular direction one way, and then the other. And then lower onto your belly. Bringing the arms forward, elbows underneath the shoulders, palms flat on the ground. And from here, just go ahead and pull the ground towards you, lengthening the body. And then go ahead and lower yourself down, hands under the shoulders. Let's move into child's pose. Knees wide, sinking onto the feet, and just let yourself nestle down into the mat. And let your body breathe and relax before we start to get more into the meat of the class here. Okay. Just seeing who's on here. Okay. So, from here, let's just go ahead and come back up onto all fours. We're going to go ahead and tuck those toes under. We're going to pick up the knees and push ourselves back into a down dog. And again, rise up onto the toes, bringing the heels down. From here, let's go ahead and lift that right leg up towards the sky, as high as you can. Then you're going to go ahead and bend the knee to the chest all the way forward. And move yourself into a lunge. And just take a moment here to let your body relax. Let those hips sink down. And then go ahead and bring your right leg back behind you and push yourself back into a down dog. And go ahead and lift that left leg up towards the sky, as high as you can. And then bend the knee to the chest, all the way forward into your lunge. And again, allowing yourself to rock forward and back. Waking up the hips. And again, move yourself into a plank. And let's move through our Vinyasa. So into your Chaturanga, your push-up pose, up dog, back into your down dog. From here, let's go ahead and bend our knees, and let's go ahead and step or hop between the hands. And move ourselves into a forward fold, holding on to those elbows, nod the head yes, shake the head no. And let's go ahead and let go of those elbows. And let's go ahead and bend the knees. Bring yourself all the way down until you're seated. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and actually roll onto our backs. And then go ahead and bring those feet down to the mat, arms to your sides. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to reach towards the front of the room with those fingertips. The shoulders draw away from the ears, and as you reach, that's what brings you up. Waking up the core some more, and we'll do some heel touches. And so you're really going to reach. You're not just going to touch. You're going to try to reach past the ankle on one side and then the other. Repeating. We'll do a total of 20 times. So we've done 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Let's do some bicycles. Hands behind the head. Bring those knees up. Go ahead and stretch one knee towards you, one elbow towards that knee. And 4, we'll do 20, 6, 7, I can't even count right now, right? So, let's just say we have 6 more. And here we go. Go ahead and bring those knees together. Let's go ahead and roll ourselves up into our boat pose. See if you can find a balance. From here, we'll add the challenge where we will lengthen ourselves out along the ground and then come back up. And we'll do that 4 more times. And lengthen and up and down. 2 more. Won't lose track of these ones. And last one. And then go ahead and bring those feet down. Go ahead and roll onto your feet. Feel that stretch in the Achilles. Rocking forward and back. Go ahead and reach those hips up towards the sky. Notice your hamstrings might be a little softer. And hold on to your elbows. Nod head yes, shake head no. Wiggle out the body. And then let go of the elbows. From here, let's go ahead and take 1 step back And then the other into a plank. And let's move through our vinyasa, moving into your chaturanga, up dog. Exhale into your down dog. From here, let's go ahead and lift our right leg up towards the sky as high as we can. We're going to go ahead and now bend that right knee to the chest, bring it all the way forward until it touches that right elbow. You can reach that right leg up again. It's going to come forward and touch the left elbow. We're going to do that twice more each side. You can breathe in as the leg comes up. Exhale as it comes forward. And then go ahead and bring that leg back to the down dog. Let's move through our vinyasa into our plank, chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Rise up onto the toes, heels down, and lift up that left leg for the other side. We're almost at another moment to get some stretching in, so just hang in there. Go ahead and bend that left knee forward to touch that left elbow. Leg long, and right elbow. And long, twice more each side. And last time. Bring that leg down. From here, move through your vinyasa, plank, chaturanga, up dog, back to your down dog. From here, move into your plank and lower onto your knees. And from here, we're going to go ahead and thread the needle. So we're going to go ahead and lift that right arm up towards the sky, and then thread it through between the left hand and left knee. Keep reaching until the head and shoulder rest. From here, you can press into that left hand, reaching the arm up. And if you want, you can move into a half bind here, opening up the shoulders, or you can keep that hand down. Remembering to breathe and enjoy the stretch and relax the body. Notice if you're holding tension anywhere. See if you can let that go even more. And then coming back to all fours, let's move to the other side, reaching that left arm up. And then thread the needle through to the other side, reaching until the head and shoulder rest. And from here, you can press through that right hand, gazing up, with the option of a bind where that arm would come up and reach behind you. And holding on to the leg. And find your breath. And then go ahead and release out of this, coming back to all fours. Go ahead and tuck the toes under, pick up the knees, move yourself into a down dog. Letting the head drop as you push the mat away from you, reaching those heels down. Go ahead and lift that right leg up towards the sky as high as you can. Let's open up the hip, bending that knee, flexing that foot, and try to really reach that foot back towards your glutes. Now as you do this, what you want to do is keep equal weight between the right and left hands. And so as you fix that, the torquing and skewing of your shoulders should start to square off. Still trying to keep that heel towards the leg, but pressing the mat away from you, deepening the stretch. Reaching that left leg or that right leg up towards the sky. Knee to the chest all the way forward. Move yourself into a lunge. And again, take a moment here, let your body and pelvis start to sink down into this, feeling the increase in stretch. Move yourself into a plank. Let's move through the vinyasa. Back to your down dog. Now left leg up as high as you can, bending the knee, flexing the foot and reaching that heel towards the glute. And again, correcting your shoulders, pressing equal weight between the right and left hands. And as you push the mat away from you, let the head drop, reach that heel towards the ground. Stretching those toes up towards the sky. Knee to the chest, all the way forward into the lunge. And then let yourself start to sink down into this stretch. Remembering to breathe. And then go ahead and bring your leg back into a plank. And let's move through the vinyasa. Back into your down dog. Let's find our down dog again. Pressing into your hands, pushing the mat away, heels towards the ground, hips up. Take a breath in and exhale. And one more time, breathing in and exhale. And let's go ahead and move into our Dolphin Pose, and that's where you will move down onto your forearms, very similar to down dog. And then using your forearms to push the mat away from you, use your hips reach up, breathing in and exhale. And one more time. And reaching those hips up. And then go ahead, this one feels pretty good. We're gonna move into our puppy dog, so you're gonna lower the knees down to the mat. Your hips are gonna stay over the knees. You're gonna reach your arms forward and just let your chest sink down onto the mat. Opening up those shoulders, opening up the torso. Another breath in. And then go ahead and move yourself back to all fours. Tuck the toes under, pick up the knees, push yourself into a down dog. From here, go ahead and lift that right leg up towards the sky, as high as you can. And then bend the knee to the chest all the way forward. Let's move into our warrior one. So with our warrior one, our shoulders should be square to the front. Our back leg should be turned out about 45 degrees, making sure the whole foot's on the ground. And with this front leg, you want to try to have a right angle here, a 90-degree angle with that knee. And with the thigh and the shin here. And make sure that knee's going straight overhead. Don't let it be coming in. Go ahead and bring those hands together and gaze up. And then reach those arms forward. Move yourself into a plank. Let's move through the Vinyasa. And then left leg up. Knee to the chest all the way forward. Into your warrior one. And again, same checklist here, trying to keep those shoulders square to the front, hips as well. Trying to get that 90-degree angle with that knee here as that knee goes straight overhead, nothing's coming in. Back leg turned out about 45 degrees, full foot on the ground, hands together, gaze up. And then reach those arms forward, move yourself into a plank. Let's move through the Vinyasa, Chaturanga, up dog, and into your down dog. From here, let's go ahead and bend the knees and step or hop between the hands. And move into your forward fold. Hold on to the elbows, nod the head yes, shake the head no. Wiggle out the body. Let go of anything you're still gripping. Then let go of the elbows. You're going to bend the knees and roll yourself all the way up to standing, one vertebra at a time. And then once it's standing, we're going to come to the front of our mat. We're going to go through our sun salutations, and I'm going to guide it through with breath. So we're going to start with the hands at the heart. And before we get started, we're also going to find our neutral standing position. So first become aware of both feet, right and left, that there is equal weight. And then press the ground away from you. Imagine with your straight legs, you can push earth down. And the more you really try to do this bizarre concept, the more you'll start to feel your hamstrings engage. As you press down, you feel the deep abdominals engage. You'll feel your spine and your neck. As you press down, everything lengthens. This is a great way to reset if you're standing in line anywhere and you're slouching. You don't know, oh, do I need to bring the shoulders back or forward, and you get confused. Just press down to the ground and it'll just neutralize everything through the spine. Back to our sun salutations. Hands at the heart. Start with a breath in and exhale. Breathe in, reach those arms down and up towards the sky, and then exhale, hands to the heart. Breathing in, reach those arms up, and then exhale, forward fold all the way down. Tucking the head every time you're in a forward fold. Breathing in, gazing up halfway, and exhale down. On the next inhale, pick up that right leg and move it behind you into a lunge. And you're going to exhale into a down dog. You're going to inhale and you're going to bend your elbows and move into an up dog. And then exhale into your down dog. Breathing in, right leg forward into a lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Breathing in, arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Feet parallel, press to the ground. Lengthening through your spine. Again, breath in. Exhale. Breathe in, arms up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Breathe in, arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, gaze up halfway. And exhale all the way down. On the next inhale, pick up that left leg, move it behind you into a lunge. Exhale into your down dog. Breathing in, bending the elbows, move into your up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg forward lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, arms up. And exhale, hands to the heart. So we're going to go through this one more time each side, but a little bit faster. Just challenging the pace and challenging our body. So again, hands to the heart, pressing through the feet, breath in. Exhale, breathe in up into the heart. Breathe in, arms up again. And exhale, forward fold all the way down. Breathe in, up halfway. And exhale, down. Inhale, right leg behind you, lunge. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in, up dog. Exhale, down. Breathe in, right leg lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up. And exhale to the heart. Pressing through the feet, breath in. Exhale. Breathe in, up. Into the heart. Breathe in, arms up. And forward fold. Halfway up. And back down. Left leg behind you, lunge. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in, up dog. Exhale, down. Breathe in, left leg lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, arms up. And exhale, hands to the heart. From here, go ahead and bring your hands down to your sides. And you're going to go ahead and just bring your chin to your chest. And slowly roll down one vertebra at a time. Moving into your forward fold. Hold on to the elbows again, nod the head yes, shake the head no. And then go ahead and let go of those arms back down to the ground. From here, we're going to go ahead and walk our feet together so they're parallel and touching. And we're going to go ahead and move into our chair from here. So you're going to bend your knees. You're going to reach your arms forward. And if you can, try to bring it up. This will bring you back more into your heels. And remember, if your feet are together, you can then squeeze your knees together. If your feet aren't touching, your knees should not be touching. But as you keep your feet together, you can squeeze the knees, squeeze the glutes. And as you reach up with the hands, bringing the hands to the heart. And then go ahead and rotate to that right side, placing that left elbow on the knee, hands to the heart. And the challenge here is that we're going to want to have that right leg's going to want to go back to help with the twist. And ideally, we want to keep those knees even. You can stay here. If you want to open up those arms, you can do that. And then relax into your forward fold, tucking the chin. And let's move back into our chair, bending the knees, reaching those arms forward, sitting in the heels, toes up, reaching up, hands to the heart, and then moving to the other side. Again, being aware of that leg, that left leg, that it's not shifting back. You're keeping those knees even. You can open up the arms, and then releasing into your forward fold. From here, go ahead and bend the knees, step or hop into plank. Let's move through our Vinyasa. And back to your down dog. From here, let's go ahead and walk our hands back to our feet. Let's move into our gorilla. And so that's where you're going to bend your knees, place the palms of the hands under the palms of the feet. Toes are at the wrist creases. And from here, you're going to go ahead and use your arms to pull yourself down, tucking the chin, Increasing the hamstring stretch. Take another breath in here. And then as you exhale, you can take your hands out from under your feet. And always know, with these forward folds, you can keep a slight bend in your legs. As long as you're feeling a stretch in the hamstrings, you're doing it right. You don't have to have that visual of the leg that's straight. From here, go ahead and walk your hands back out to your down dog. Okay. Reaching those heels up, toes down. Go ahead and lift that right leg up towards the sky as high as you can. Bend the knee to the chest all the way forward, moving into your warrior one. Going through that checklist, right? Shoulders square, sinking down into this, opening up the hip, back leg turned out. And let's move into a warrior two. Back leg turns out more and the shoulders open up. With the level arms here, you're going to reach those fingers long, like you're touching opposite sides of the room, but relax the shoulders down as you sink down into this pose. Let's go ahead and turn that front arm up, that right arm up, reach it up and behind you into a reverse warrior, breathing through the open ribs, and then moving back into your warrior two. Relaxing the shoulders, sinking down. Straightening that front leg, we're going to move into our triangle. So you're going to shift the hips back, then you're going to windmill those arms. And you want to make sure those shoulders stay stacked. You're not leaning forward, looking at the ground. You're literally looking laterally, straight ahead at a wall. If you want, you can stay here or you can move into a half bind, and that's with that top arm bending behind you and reaching for the leg. This helps to open up the shoulders. You can bring your gaze up. From here, let's move into our extended angle. So you're going to bend your right knee, right elbow on the knee, long left side, from the fingers to the ankle. And again, remember, we're not facing towards the ground. It's not just leaning on the leg. You're stacking your shoulders, reaching energy through the hands, and you can stay here, which is a very good pose. Or you can take some variations. You can pick up that supporting arm, bring that arm up, bring that arm back, or you can move into a bind. That top arm bends behind you, and then that front arm reaches under the leg until the hands meet. And again, to open up the shoulders. Remembering to breathe. And then go ahead and release out of this, move into a lunge facing forward, and lowering that left knee down to the mat. And then from here, bring that arm on the inside, that right arm on the inside of that leg. And this is where you might want to have a block handy. So what we're going to be doing is lowering down onto one elbow or both. If that isn't where your body wants you to be right now, keep yourself propped up so that you can get the stretch without being in agony, in which case you can stay here on the hands, you can be on the elbows, you can have it higher. Listen to what your body says and know that right and left often aren't identical. And while you are here, feel free to move around a little bit. The body's warm now. See where the sticky spots are. Coming up slightly out of this, go ahead and bring that right leg in into a pigeon. Left leg long behind you. And then again, start to bring yourself forward. If this pose feels like it torques in the knee or it just doesn't feel right, get a block or a book or a blanket, put it under your butt. Elevate yourself. This can help bring a lot of relief to an ankle if you've sprained it like I have 6 weeks ago, or to a knee, and then the same thing. And you can just stay like this. This is still a really good pose. And finding your breath. And let's go ahead and take the block out, or if you don't have it, you can just start moving out of this pose. Let's go ahead and tuck the back toes under, move yourself into a plank, and let's move through the Vinyasa. Back to the down dog. So I'm a big fan of doing stretches throughout. The warming part of the athletic yoga If your body's warm, take advantage of lengthening those muscles. Go ahead and reach that left leg long, as high as you can. We're moving to the other side now. Go ahead and bend that knee to the chest. Bring it all the way forward. Let's move into a warrior one. Same checklist here, right? First starting with the shoulders square to the front. Back leg turned out slightly, full foot on the ground. Let's move into a warrior two now. Turning that back leg out. Reaching those fingers long. Relaxing the shoulders. And the idea here is that you're broadening the chest, but you're also broadening the back, so neither one is overpowering each other. Go ahead and upturn that front hand. Let's move into our reverse warrior. Breath in. And exhale. And back into your warrior two. Sinking down a little bit deeper. Building some more heat. And then straightening that front leg. If you need to, bring that back leg in a little closer as we move into our triangle. So shifting the hips back and windmilling those arms. Keeping those shoulders stacked. Again, with the option of a half bind, whether you bend that top arm and bring it behind you and you reach for your leg. Remembering to breathe. And notice that if your toes are gripping, see if you can fan them out and bring them back down to the mat. Now let's move into our extended angle. So bending that left knee, left elbow on the knee, long right side. Again, not facing towards the ground, but opening up that chest. Energy through the fingers and through the ankle. And staying here or taking a variation of bringing up that bottom arm. Or moving into that bind where that top arm bends behind you and right arm moves underneath until the hands clasp. Remembering to breathe. And then release out of this pose and move yourself into a lunge facing forward, lowering that right knee down, left arm on the inside. And again, taking a block if you need to, maybe you don't need it on this side. And staying here, or start to lower down. Maybe you're just on one arm. And again, let yourself move around a little bit. Figure out the sticky spots on the other side. Remembering your breath. And then coming up out of this, let's go ahead and move into our pigeon. So you're going to bring that leg in. Try to lengthen the leg long behind you, squaring off the body to the front of the room. And if this feels like a good stretch, stay here. Or just stay like this. If you have more mobility in you, you could start to walk forward. And if you have a lot of mobility, you can reach that right arm underneath the left and try to let yourself lie down. And now when you're in pigeon and when you're in a difficult stretching pose, just focus on two things. Focus on your breath. Make sure you're not holding your breath, because that will help you relax and brings you to the second thing, which is trying to relax the muscles you're gripping. And you don't have to relax those muscles entirely. Maybe just relax them 20%. You know you can do 10%, 20%. Your body might not want to let go all the way, and that's fine. Okay, coming up out of this, bringing those hands to the mat, tucking the back toes under, pick up that back leg. Let's find ourselves into a plank. Let's go ahead and move through the Vinyasa into your Chaturanga, up dog, and back into your down dog. Rising up onto the toes, bringing the heels down, and again rising up onto the toes, and bringing the heels down. From here, go ahead and lift up that right leg. Pick it up as high as you can. Bend the knee to the chest. Let's bring ourselves into a warrior one again. Okay, and then from here, now that we found the pose, let's bring that back leg in. We're going to bring those arms down. So from here, the front leg will be straight, back leg straight, but turned down a little bit. You're going to bring your hands behind you, and they're either going to be a reverse prayer, or they're going to go ahead and you're going to hold on to your elbows, whatever your body will let you do. Squaring your body off to the front of the room, you're going to go ahead and hinge forward at the hips and start to come down. Now the one thing you want to be aware of is that leg that's long behind you. To get down further, you're going to want to open up that hip and be like, oh, I can go down. No, you want to keep everything square, and it's going to limit how far you are able to go. And let go of the neck. And then go ahead and bring yourself all the way upright. Let go of the hands. From here, we're going to move into our warrior three. We're going to go ahead, you might need to take a step back depending on where you are at. You're going to go ahead and bend that front knee. You're going to reach those arms forward, and back leg comes up, and then straighten the supporting leg. Trying to keep those hips parallel and toes pointed towards the ground. From here, we're going to move into our eagle. We're going to go ahead and let that leg brush forward. Left leg brushes forward. It's going to cross in front of that right. If you try to tuck those toes under, bring that left arm underneath the right until the palms meet. You can try to reach those arms up. You'll feel the stretch in the shoulders as you sink down in the standing leg. One more breath in, and then let go, and then crossing, shaking out that standing leg. Let's go ahead and come to the back end of our mat. Bring the chin to the chest, roll all the way down. Walk your hands back out into a plank, and move through the Vinyasa. Back to your down dog. Now left leg up as high as you can. Knee to the chest all the way forward into your warrior one. Finding your pose. Shoulders square, back leg turned out. Straightening that front leg, back leg comes in closer. Now arms behind you. Reverse prayer or holding on to your elbows. Squaring the body here. First, keeping the back straight. So you're going to hinge at the hips, and then your hamstrings lock out. And so then you have to start rounding the back. And again, hip isn't going out to the side, it's staying square. And let yourself come down. And let the chin tuck under. Find a breath in. And breathing all the way out. One more. And then coming all the way up. Let go of those hands. We're going to move into our warrior three. So you can start by bending that front knee, reaching those arms forward and straightening that supporting leg. Trying to keep the leg that's up turned down. And then challenging yourself. Oh, there's the ceiling. Go ahead and bring that right leg forward. We're going to move into our eagle as it crosses over the leg, crosses under the foot, right arm underneath the left until the hands meet. Reaching those arms up, feeling the stretch in the shoulders, sinking in that supporting leg. And then releasing out of this, shaking out that standing leg. Let's go ahead and come to the front. Okay, I'll see you later, Wendy. Thanks for coming. All right, so feet together. Let's go ahead and bring the chin to the chest, lowering all the way down. Move into your forward fold. And feel your hamstrings. Notice what they're feeling like now compared to the very beginning of class. Bend your knees, step or hop into plank. Let's see, it's 8:30 here. Let's go ahead and roll down. Chaturanga, up dog, back to your down dog. From here, let's go ahead and lift that right leg up towards the sky. Knee to the chest, all the way forward into your warrior one. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're actually going to internally rotate that left leg and let ourselves sink down a little bit more into this high lunge. And you can bring your hands to your heart. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and revolve this lunge. And we're going to go ahead and rotate over, twisting this. So you're going to bring your left elbow onto your right knee. Adding to the twist. Breathing in, and with every exhale, notice yourself increase this twist. Trying to keep that back leg straight. One more breath here. Hands down to the ground. Move yourself into your plank. Let's move through the Vinyasa. And then lifting the left leg up. Knee to the chest all the way forward. Warrior one. Same checklist here. Shoulders square to the front. Let's lower down to our high lunge, turning that back leg in. So now everything's square. Hands to the heart. And revolve this, bringing that right elbow into that left knee and trying to increase the twist. Breathing in, and as you exhale, increasing the twist more. Sinking down, straightening that back leg. And one more breath. And exhale. Go ahead and bring those hands down to the mat. Let's find ourselves into a plank. And let's move through the Vinyasa. Back into the down dog. Rising up onto those toes, bringing the heels down. Let's go ahead and lift that right leg up as high as you can. You're going to bend that knee, again, towards your butt. And from here, we're either going to stay here, or you can flip your dog. If you have space, you can open up the body, and then you can flip around. Leg goes high, and then you can turn it the other way, where you bend the knee to the chest, and you reach it through to open up, and then bring that leg in, high, back to your down dog. Let's move through our Vinyasa into your plank, chaturanga, up dog, back to your down dog, and other side, left leg up, as high as you can, bending the knee, reaching it towards the butt, and then staying here, or you can flip your dog, opening up the body, showing my midriff here, and then let's go ahead and flip back over, and then flipping the other way, bending the knee to the chest, reaching that leg through, open up, and then back around, leg nice and high, back to your down dog. Let's move through the Vinyasa, plank, chaturanga, up dog, back to your down dog. Rise up onto the toes, back to your feet. Let's go ahead and roll into our plank and lower onto our bellies. And from here, arms to your side. You can bring one cheek to the mat, bending the knees. Feet go side to side, windshield wiper. And just relax the lower back. Okay. Relaxing the back, turning the head facing the other way. And let's go ahead and lengthen those legs out along the mat. We're going to move into a locust here. I'm scooching myself forward like a worm. You don't have to do that. I just got off my mat. So chin to the mat, arms to your sides. From here, you're going to reach those fingers back towards the back end of the room. And as you do that, you'll feel yourself lengthen, the space open up between the neck and the shoulder. Reach towards the back of the room and keep reaching, and that's what brings you up. Like you're trying to touch the back end of the room, and the toes are touching or reaching, and back down and relax. Then reset and go ahead and reach again with those toes and fingers. Reaching and back down. And then one more time, reaching and back down. Hands under the shoulders. Go ahead and push yourself into a child's pose. Knees nice and wide and sinking down into the mat. Breath in, exhale. And just spend a few more moments taking a nice breath in and exhale. And try to keep the exhales longer than your inhales. There's a reflex that our bodies have that if your exhale is longer than your inhale, it will start to lower the heart rate and start to calm down the body, which will help assist us with concluding through class. Another breath in and exhale. Ideally, it's 2 to 1. 2 times longer to exhale than to inhale. And then go ahead and use your hands to walk yourself all the way upright. And then from here, let's go ahead and bring our feet out in front of us. We're going to go ahead and reach our arms up, try to touch the ceiling, reaching high, and we're going to move into a seated forward fold. So you're going to imagine you're making the longest arc possible with those fingers. So you're going to reach up, and then painting that arc, reaching forward, and then wherever the hands end up, hold on to the legs and pull yourself down. Every time you're in a forward fold, seated or standing, remember, tuck the chin, and you'll feel the increase of stretch behind the legs. If you flex the feet and tuck the chin, you're maximizing the stretch of the whole posterior chain. And then relaxing the hands down. Breath in, and as you exhale, go ahead, bring yourself all the way up to a seated position. And so from here, I'll go ahead and face you guys a little bit more here. Go ahead and pick up that right leg, and you can hold on to the foot like this. You can put it at your wrist crease, or bring it all the way in to your elbow. And you should feel a nice stretch in the thigh here. And when you're in this pose, there's a lot you can do. You can push that foot into the elbow, increasing the stretch. That elbow can go into the foot. You might feel more of a groin stretch here. You can kind of lean back and go forward, or just try to bring that leg to your chest. And let's go ahead and cross that foot over, hugging the knee to the chest. As you hug the knee to the chest, feel your spine lengthen. Then go ahead and reach that right hand behind your spine, turning behind, increasing that stretch. And then relaxing out of this pose, go ahead and bring that right foot on the inside of that leg, and we're going to move into a seated forward fold. So we're going to go ahead and reach forward, holding onto the foot, letting the head drop. And if you want to increase the stretch or bind into this, you would just bring those arms out and around and hold onto your hands. Otherwise, stay forward. And then let's go ahead, come all the way up and switching sides. Picking up that left leg now, and again, just holding onto the foot, put it at the wrist crease or the elbow crease, and holding on that leg, listening to your body. Again, you can press that foot into that elbow, elbow into the foot, lean back or forward. You can also try to bring that leg up or down or into you. Just play around. And then go ahead and let that foot cross over. Go ahead and hug the knee to the chest. And as you hug the knee to your chest, lengthen up through the spine, pressing that left hand behind the back to lengthen the body, turning the head. And then release out of this. Go ahead and bring that foot onto the inside, and go ahead and reach forward into a single leg forward fold. With the option of staying here or moving into your bind, just bringing those arms out and around and holding on behind your back. How are we doing on time? All right, we're almost done here. We just have a few minutes left. And go ahead and come all the way up through here. Why don't we go ahead and do a little bit of bridge work? Let's go ahead and roll onto our backs, hug the knees to your chest, rocking side to side. And go ahead and bring those feet down to the mat. Have the feet mat width apart, arms to your sides, and feeling your full feet making contact with the ground. We're first going to do a pelvic tilt to bring some awareness back to our deep core. Feel how there's a little space underneath the small of your back. And what you're going to do here is you're going to tilt that tailbone. You're going to tuck it under, and you're going to feel that space disappear. You're going to feel your lower back make contact with the ground. And with that, you should feel all those abs just slightly engage. And then tilt that tailbone down. Space returns under the back. You can slide your hands under. And as you tilt that tailbone up, space is gone. Tilt that tailbone down, space returns. We're going to move into our bridge here. So we're going to start with the same thing. As you tuck that tailbone under, right, you're going to feel that space disappear. And now press through feet, the entire foot, the palm of the foot on each side, making contact with the ground, pressing through the ground, tucking that tailbone up, pressing through the ground. And then you can stay here, or if you want to walk, your shoulders underneath, clasping the hands. Again, it's really important that you're pressing through your feet. That will help keep your knees aligned. That will help keep your back from aching. Taking the shoulders out, rolling down one vertebra at a time. Go ahead and bring the knees to the chest and rock side to side. And then go ahead and bring those feet down. If you want to move into a wheel, if that's in your practice, go right ahead and you can move into it. I'm just going to be instructing through the bridge. Go ahead and tilt that tailbone up, bringing yourself all the way back up into your bridge. Pressing evenly through both feet, really push that ground away and feel the engagement through your posterior chain. Clasping your hands together, walking your shoulders underneath. Staying here, maybe rising up onto the toes. And heels down, rising up. And back down and walking the shoulders out. Rolling all the way down, knees to the chest. Rocking side to side. And then bringing the feet down to the mat one last time. Tuck that tailbone under, right low back makes contact with the floor. Press to the feet as you come all the way up into your bridge. Walking the shoulders under. From here you can stay here, you can rise up onto the toes. You can also practice lifting one leg towards the sky. And back down. And up, other side. And back down. And then rolling the feet down, untucking the shoulders, rolling all the way back. Knees to the chest, rocking side to side. That went by really fast. All right, so from here we're going to go ahead and straighten that left leg, holding onto that right leg. And this is where you can use a strap if you want. We're going to open up the hamstring so you can hold onto the leg, or put that strap around the leg and start to bring it closer to you. Opening that leg out to the side. Breathing. And then you can, again with the strap or holding onto the leg, bring yourself into a twist, gazing out to the opposite side. And then rolling onto your back. Let's go to the other side real quick. Hugging that left knee to the chest, right leg long, lift up that leg and bring it closer to you. Opening that leg out to the side. And then crossing that leg over, gaze out to the left. And then rolling onto your back, left knee to the chest, right knee. And then go ahead and lengthen those legs out along the mat. Have the feet mat width apart, arms to your sides. Actually, before the arms come down, put your hands under your neck. Give yourself a gentle lengthening. Head down, arms down, palms up. Let those feet flop open, shoulders relax. And when you take a deep breath in, feel the belly rise. As you exhale, feel it drop. And spend the next few breaths with your focus on your belly. With every breath as you relax and let go of your body. And then on the next breath, start to wiggle the fingers and the toes and slowly turn the head side to side. Really short Savasana today. Go ahead and reach those arms, stretch overhead. Breathing in as you exhale, rolling onto one side. And then go ahead and push yourself all the way up to seated. Bringing your hands to your heart and remembering to honor your body for all the movement it gave you in this class and all the movement it's going to give you for the rest of the day. And namaste. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, I'm doing this every Monday morning, 7:45 to 8:45. If you have any suggestions, please leave comments or send me an email. Few other things. Thank you, Balance, for supporting all of us instructors and for continuing to serve the community. We're all looking for outlets during this time to take us away from the craziness of everything. Okay, and remember, subscribe to the Balance Live videos so you can get that in your notifications. And again, any comments, please let me know. I would love to see what you're looking more of, what you'd like maybe a little less of, and also in terms of how we're communicating. This is my first live virtual class and want to be able to serve you all better. So any questions, send them out to me. Thank you.